Hi, Robert. It's good to see you. Good to see you.
Hi Sam.
Ah, Robert, you just used three vowels in your response there.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
Robert, you know what that means, right?
No. What does that mean?
It means you're evil.
Me? Where? Where does this come from? Why?
You are clearly responsible, Robert, for 67% of all brutality on the police force. It's textbook psychology, Robert.
67%. That's not even Sam. There's no correlation here. What?
But there is. You clearly haven't been studying up on your Freud lately. The number three is a prime number. Therefore, you are the prime source of the evil. The use of vowels specifically tells me that you are a big fan of power because of the powerful sounds of the words. Therefore, Robert, you are abusing 67% of the power of the police force.
Wait, why the police force? Where's this coming from? I don't understand.
And just like
Moral
67%.
Always be careful with your psychology, or you might have a slip, or even a.
Loved the video where you built up the cherry
Oh,
leaf
I was
ally.
wondering how that one would go. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, all of the SMP videos have been getting like 6 views, 6 or 7 views.
Hmm.
Um, they're not doing very well, but we're going to keep making them because,
They're
like,
just fun to make.
they're longer form videos. They're fun to make, and they're a time capsule, really, aren't they?
Hmm.
To see,
Yeah.
how we were
Plus,
on the channel in the past.
you were just saying about how AI is bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's dumb. Actually, I think you're dumb.
Oh, so AI is bad because of environmental impact. So it's taking up water from people who cannot access water already. So it's like it's making it even worse for them.
Yeah, that's definitely
And
a problem. But I'm not doing that, so I don't like.
no,
That's
but
their
by using
problem.
AI, you are doing that. Every please and thank yous alone have already. Oh my god, I had a statistic on this because I was doing it for my uh, extended project qualification essay.
Hmm.
But I cannot remember the statistic off the top of my head. But it's some crazy thing that Sam Altman admitted about only please and thank yous to
Oh yeah,
ChatGPT.
yeah. No, I've heard this.
They cost like
Million. I think it was a
billions.
million pound. $1 billion. Sorry, million. Please
It,
and
wa-
thank you to ChatGPT.
it was more than 1 million. I think it
Was
might have
it?
been 3 million.
Okay.
But I don't want to spread misinformation, so don't trust either of those statistics. Somewhere in that
Don't
ballpark,
trust
we
any
think.
statistics on Talkology.
Yeah, that's true. We're Talkology. We're about the words, not the numbers.
Always do your research, kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. For all the many kids watching this channel, of
No,
the
that's a good
whole
point. No,
school
I really hope we don't have a
populations.
lot of kids watching this channel.
Do we?
I hope not. But I think your brother has brought a slightly younger audience, but like a year younger
I
than us. Not that.
Yeah, not that much. Like,
Yeah. We haven't got a bunch of like 6-year-olds watching Talkology. That's not a thing that's happening.
not yet.
We should though. We should though. If you're
We
watching
haven't
this
got.
channel and you have a 6-year-old child, they should watch more Talkology.
We haven't yet ventured into the exciting new premise of a 6-year-old Talkology viewing sweatshop yet, but we could consider it in the future.
We're making what's it called? Beastland. We're making Talkland with 6-year-old Talkology viewers.
Oh, I forgot about Beastland. I never really found out much about. I know it was a theme park that Mr. Beast made. I don't know what the hell
Yeah.
would even have been there, and it was basically a big flop.
No, I think it's like he's pulled some crazy stuff off to get it open and like built really quickly. I believe he's like opening it. Like if he hasn't already opening it, he's opening it this year, early this
No, I
year.
thought you'd already opened it, and then like it didn't get like not many people went there or something.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it would be really popular.
That might have just been an early access type thing though, but I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe. Did you see? Most Talkology viewers won't know this, but I'm actually a big fan of roller coasters. You might be able to tell from some of the very early episodes, but yeah, I'm a big fan of roller coasters.
Oh yeah, the
And they
hysteria.
recently,
You were discussing it in episode 2.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, and then what was I going to say? Oh yeah, they recently opened like the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. And I can't remember where it is, but it's in somewhere like Dubai or something. And they opened it, and the roller they were like firing, they were setting off fireworks like on the track as the roller coaster was going, and I thought that was mad. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I don't think people were riding the roller coaster, obviously, but I still don't like. I don't know. I didn't think that was like safe. You'd think it would like damage the track or something. I guess they're experts. You know what I mean? Not me. Oh, you can still see that, can't you?
Oh, you mean your chain you're swinging around?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see your weapon of mass destruction.
Epic weapon of mass destruction, man.
Sam, the most menacing man with a steel necklace.
I got a steel necklace and I'm not afraid to use it.
He rules the streets with an iron band.
That reminds me of the Mighty Boosh, which is a TV show that I've rewatched recently.
Oh, that got mentioned when you were. Wait. Oh yeah, it was you. Yeah, when you were here last and you watched Kung Fury and the Great Boosh. Yeah, we did. I've got to see that still at some point.
But yeah, they did a radio show as well, which I didn't know they did, and I listened to that as well recently, which was nice. It was nice to see some like content that I hadn't seen before from them. But it's also now sad to know that I will never see any more Mighty Boosh content ever. That's quite sad. Yeah.
We will have to be the new Mighty Boosh, the mighty Talkology empire.
No, I was looking into the legality of like making like a fan like parody of it. And it's actually like really, so I think I could pull it off in a way that like I could do it and it would be legally risky, but the chances that they enforce it would be like very low. But I just honestly don't want to like take that risk, you know what I mean? Yeah, because I was thinking like I can do pretty decent impressions of most of the characters, and it's a thing that it's a show that I like and both of my parents like. So I was considering, you know, like a birthday present or like a Christmas present. You know, maybe I make an episode of myself and I could like release that on Talkology as well as like a little.
You could do it like a skit. The Great
Yeah.
Boosh.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, as soon as you use a distinct character from the show, you're like legally problematic. Yeah, it's really bad.
Make them like slightly different.
No, I was, yeah, no, you can't even do that. Slight variation, like you can't change Vince to Vince. It doesn't change. Like you change the name slightly and you change the costume slightly, it still doesn't like remove you.
Could change the character slightly as well, so they're like a plumber as well now, or something.
But then at that point, you're just writing your own show, and I thought, you know, maybe I should get into sketch comedy. I did mention that to someone. I don't know if it was you. I did say that I've been thinking about giving sketch comedy a go for a while now.
You mentioned to me sketch comedy, but I think it was quite a while ago that you mentioned it to me, so you might be thinking of something else. Or it might have been when you were around here last, when we watched Kung Fury. Might have been then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kung Fury is a great thing as well. I'm surprised I'd never heard of it until it was mentioned to be by you. Well, obviously just on very different sides of the internet, I guess. Yeah,
I didn't know about it either. My like uncle told me about it. I didn't get recommended it at all. It actually it was made quite a while ago, and it just hasn't got recommended after a certain amount of point. A certain point.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember we saw it on YouTube? And it only had like 80. It was a whole movie, and it had about 800,000 views. And then there was like a song from the soundtrack, and it had like 8 million views or something. So yeah. I guess sometimes these things they just they kind of die out at a certain point. But YouTube tends to have a way of just reviving dead content, so maybe it'll come back. You know, like sometimes videos that were quite popular when they came out, like years and years and years down the line, they just start getting recommended to everyone again. They kind of do it in bursts, YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
That happens quite a bit with a lot of different content.
Fair enough. Yeah, no. Yeah. What do you think about sketch comedy? Are you a fan at all?
Oh yeah, I watch it, so that qualifies me as a fan, pretty much.
Is there any particular like channel or anything that you have in mind?
I don't know. I've seen quite a lot of it before.
There's a guy who does like a lot of like music-based sketch comedy. His name is Daniel Thrasher. I've seen a lot of.
Yes, that was actually one of the names I was thinking of. I was going to mention Daniel Thrasher. Yeah, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
That I watch.
And we both used to watch a bit of Stephen He. I think you watched him a lot more than I did.
Out of my head. I was literally gonna say. I think Stephen He was the one that started it off, and then I got into the ecosystem, and then I found Daniel Thrasher. But yeah, stealing what I was about to say. But yeah. Stephen He, Daniel Thrasher. Those are the main ones that come to mind, really.
Yeah. There's another one that I'm thinking of, and I think that the name of the channel has like something to do with like milk or something, but I cannot think of like what the channel's called. If anyone's like if anyone else watches sketch comedy, you know, and knows who I'm talking about, drop that down in the comments. It's like it's a guy and a woman, and they just do some like it's sketch comedy. What else can I say? Really, they have quite a distinct style, but I don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah, everyone has quite a lot of distinct styles when it comes to sketch comedy. I've just thought of a few others, but they're a bit less well known. Like ProZD was apparently quite a bit bigger a few years ago, and sometimes I watch some of his clips, and he's pretty good as well. Who else is there? There's this other guy called Mobo who shows up a lot on YouTube Shorts.
Like Robo?
No, not like Robo, like Mobo. He's different. And he tends to do a lot of.
Is that for copyright reasons?
What, sorry?
Is that for copyright reasons that you've said that he's different?
No, it's. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just said that. I don't know why. But he tends to do more like word-based ones, I think. But his was quite good. Socrates has seen some of his stuff as well, but it's weird because he shows up on YouTube Shorts and no one really knows his name. But He does a lot of sketch comedy. I'm sure there was one more guy I was thinking of. Oh, there's quite there are these two other channels. We're just giving random shout outs at this point to sketch comedy channels. But another few that I've just sort of they're a bit like one thing to me because they're quite similar. But there's Wizards with Guns and what's the other guys? Chris and Jack. They're both quite good. I think I preferred Chris and Jack out of the two, but yeah, they both do sketch comedy as well. But it's a bit more professionally done than Daniel Thrasher's stuff. Because Daniel Thrasher's he's got like one guy running around, but they've got kind of a bit of more of a studio type thing, which Stephen He's also kind of moved to recently, I think. Because he's collaborated more with a few more actors and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I found that sketch comedy channel that I was looking for. It's actually called Cracker Milk. It's a Australian group, and it's definitely not just a guy and a woman. There's there's 7 of them.
I feel like I heard that name, so I'm just gonna check. Cracker Milk.
Yeah, Cracker Milk. It's written as one word. The channel name, I believe. So just take a look at that. You might get recommended it just because I watch a lot of the same videos as you. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't think I do. I thought it sounded familiar, but no, I don't recognize it that much. No.
Fair enough.
I think I remember it showing up, but I don't think I clicked on any of the videos, to be honest. I think it was just that.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I think I remember there are some of their sketches I do like, and some of them I don't. I'm not with Daniel Thrasher. I like most of the stuff he does. But I generally, if I like a sketch comedian, then I like all of their stuff. But with Cracker Milk, it's some of them I like, some of them not so much. Yeah, it's a little bit iffy with those. Yeah.
The Book of Balance. Oh no! It's all come down.
We've lost the camera. Oh
it's
no! Oh, we're losing the camera.
I don't know how much of my keyboard can take. I'm gonna need a better solution at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
well, it'll work for now. Just because we've been chatting about absolute nonsense. I think, but the whole point of that, I was actually leading up to the question. Have you ever thought about doing sketch comedy, and would you do sketch comedy with me and put it on the channel? Would you think about that?
I think I considered trying doing it on my own once, and I just basically decided that I wasn't very good at it. But I would be up for trying it with you, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you want to come over to my house or something, or would we do it online somehow? I don't know how that would work because we can't really interact.
Yeah, no.
Can't go to your screen. I was probably flipped on yours, isn't it? So I guess that.
I mean, so if you think about it, Daniel Thrasher, he manages to do it as one person playing multiple characters. So theoretically, we should be able to play all of the characters ourselves. But
I know what you mean. But what I'm saying is because we're in different places, because you're in your house and I'm in my house.
Yeah.
How would?
Yeah, of course. But so I'm wondering if our sketches
could screen.
the sketches could all just be based on a podcast format. They could be sketches within the podcast.
I guess so. A bit like what Tommy Innit did on his "This Is the Internet." Did you see any of that? I think I saw like the
yeah,
first
no, I
few.
saw all of that. He said he was going to bring it back, and he hasn't,
Oh,
which I'm really annoyed about.
Tommy said he would bring it back, innit? Oh well.
Innit? Oh no, that's terrible. That's terrible.
I remember that actually that there was this tech YouTuber, Mr. Who's the Boss, and he had Tommy in it on there for one of the videos, and just constantly he was just making puns with his name. Like at one point, I think he got out Beyblade and said, "Tommy, spin it," and then he got out Smash Bros and went, "Tommy, win it." And it was just it just happened so much in that. I can't remember all of them, but yeah, that was quite good.
Yeah, no, that does sound great. That does sound great. But yeah, no. So I was thinking. I mean, I've just actually had this idea sort of now as we've been speaking. But like, what if we put like a sketch at the beginning of each episode?
We could try that. It might be better for engagement, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Just as an added bonus. But yeah, we could do that.
I mean, we could experiment with it. So we could either put it at the very beginning or the very end, I think. And both of those would be like really good for engagement. Yeah. I mean, Daniel Thrasher always does it. He does it with all of his sponsorships, doesn't he? He goes, and now the sketch after the sketch.
And after the sketch after the sketch, sponsored by BetterHelp. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's great when he does that, I think. Wonderful sort of idea. And he is just a really funny guy. And I think it's impressive how funny his stuff can be, like without, like he doesn't really use dark humor at all, does he? And a lot of comedians exclusively do dark humor, and obviously I don't have a problem with that. It's probably my favorite kind. But I think it can be harder, I think, to make comedy that isn't like quite dark and yeah, quite risky.
I think that I think one of probably the big difference between me and Daniel Thrasher, and the reason that he could do all of his comedy. Why did I just say comedy like that? Comedy. The reason that he can do his comedy in the way that he does is, I think, basically just because he can get so silly on there, you know, and I just wouldn't. I don't think I'd end up doing it to that overplaying it in that way to that extent. I don't know if I could do that, you know, like how he what is it? How he puts on the very silly voices. I'd be like, I guess I'd be a bit nervous to do that. Okay,
that is a voice he would do.
Yeah, it is certainly a voice that he would do, but
yeah.
I mean, maybe. I guess it sounds a bit like a pantomime. That's kind of interesting. I just noticed because
I mean,
he's got a kind of a pantomime-y style, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm having a little bit of an obsession with it at the moment. But you know, I'll come back to it because it's important. But like the Mighty Boosh it's based on Julian Barrett and Noel Fielding, right? Very sort of different people in real life, and like even their characters are kind of stark contrast of each other. One of them is like
I know Noel Fielding actually from Jimmy Carr did the Big Fat Quiz, and I kept getting recommended these clips of Richard Ayoade and Noel Fielding on the same team, and that was
Richard Ayoade, who did write for the Mighty Boosh at points and did guest in it at multiple points. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Richard Ayoade crash out in the Big Fat Quiz? It's quite a good scene.
I probably have under a different title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. But sorry, my point was going to be Julian Barrett. Like the character he plays is like not like reserved, but he's like more like down low, a little bit of like a how would I, like a very like introverted kind of character, takes things a little bit too seriously, takes himself a little bit too seriously, and then Noel Fielding's character is like really extroverted, like over the top. But so we could play around with like both of us being sort of playing the different roles. So like if you really wanted to, if you struggled with the extroverted side of it, you could probably do the introverted side of it. And I wouldn't have a problem with that.
You know what? I think I could probably do either, because I think the really good thing with skits is that rather than it being one linear thing where there are like no takebacks, you can kind of re-record if it didn't go well. So I think I might actually do that. I think what I meant was I don't do that sort of thing in public, but I guess that's just obvious. I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fair enough.
I'd be up for doing that. I think at some point we could give it a go.
It's a fun thing, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I've heard a lot of stand-up comedians say, if you like comedy and you think that you might be good at it, or like someone's told you like you're funny, like maybe just give it a go and see if you like it. Like even if you don't like take it anywhere, just like try it once in your life, and just because you might like it and decide it's a really like one of your favorite things and you want to stick with it. I probably won't stick with it even if I like it. It'll probably just be a thing that we put on the Talkology channel. Like I will never do stand-up comedy. That's not a thing I'll ever do. I don't think.
Maybe someday. I think
if we turn out to be like the best, the funniest comedians in the world, then absolutely.
I think you're definitely a good enough speaker to do it. I could kind of imagine you doing something similar. Like I feel like you'd be quite good with the crowd, but I don't know.
Yeah. There was
Continue.
There was recently Chuck Knife, who's the co-host of the Star Talk podcast with Neil deGrasse Tyson. He recently did a stand-up special, and that was on like science and the way people talk about science and like how it's accessible to different people. And he said there was a whole sort of section on it about like, people are not going to want to watch this comedy special about science because it's boring. It's such a niche like audience and viewership that no one's gonna watch that. No one's gonna enjoy it. But I was very impressed with how he sort of made it available to the whole audience, and much like the Star Talk podcast itself, he made it a funny show, and he made it very much based on science without being like condescending or using high unintelligible vocabulary. Like the whole audience understood it without really needing that much knowledge. And I thought that was quite impressive.
It's interesting because when we started off doing Talkology, just for fun, I didn't think that anyone would actually watch it. To be honest, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that people would find it as engaging as they do. But then, every now and then I hear like, what was it? Ellis and Seb like staying up at night watching Talkology with each other and that sort of thing. And Alex just randomly like, was he watching it on his TV or something? And
people put it on their TV. That's the funniest thing to me.
Yeah, I just didn't expect it, but I mean, I think it's great that people like it though. I guess it's there are quite a lot of things which we don't think that anyone would watch, but we would want. And then we realise that a lot of people somehow think a lot like us, because we're kind of similar. We're kind of similar to a lot of people,
Yeah, no, one of the things that shocks me about Talkology is when someone asks me about a thing I said, like, halfway through the episode, 45 minutes into that episode, and I'm like, I can't believe you made it that far into the episode. Because you look at the statistics on YouTube and it will tell you the mean watch time is 2 minutes. And you know how bad that is to be releasing like hour-long videos and the mean watch time is 2 minutes. And you look at that statistic and you go, oh my God, everyone who watched this video has watched it for 2 minutes. But actually what that means is like you'll get like maybe let's say 100 people watch it. You've got like somewhere between 20 and 30 people watching the whole thing, and the rest of the people are clicking on it and getting off it.
It's a very big gap. So it's not.
Yeah, it's a huge gap, and those people who just click on it and leave straight away, they really bring it down. And obviously, you know, free will, click off whatever you want to. But it's weird to see that statistic on YouTube and sort of expect no one to have watched the full episode, and then you get questioned about something you said, 50 minutes into the episode, and you go, sorry, people actually saw this. This is a thing that multiple people actually paid attention to as well. Like it's not even that they're putting it on while they fall asleep. They're paying attention to it and they're listening to our opinions and they're thinking about them, and that is wonderful, and it's absolutely everything that I wanted to get out of this podcast.
Well, Sam, do you remember the recent Minecraft video that I put out talking about the social neuroscience while stacking leaves on Socrates' house? And you said it was quite good, I think.
Yeah.
In that video actually might link into something here that I'm thinking, right? Because I'm not actually that much of a watcher of Talkology. Like I watch it sometimes, but I don't. But I know that you're very much like you watch every episode and you often, I think, rewatch them. I feel like you're a more avid, passionate, actual watcher of the videos, while I tend to just record them and I don't often watch them back as much. But I think that you know how I was saying about how people you're friends with, you eventually kind of become in sync with them. I'm curious as to whether the fact that you really enjoy the content has then maybe it's like encouraged people around us to do the same. I wonder if that's why Talkology has been so successful. Well, I say so successful like it's crazy, but it's as successful as it has, like.
No, but it is successful ultimately. 100 people that could fill a room, and like if you consider that to this date, the first 2 episodes of the podcast have 300 views on it. Whether the watch time on that is 2 minutes or 2 hours, it couldn't be because they're only 1 hour long each. But like, no matter the watch time on that, 300 people it's huge. That could fill 3 rooms, or maybe 1 quite large room. I need to stop talking about rooms, but it's more people than you sort of expect, and it just. Yeah, I'll bring up the Star Talk podcast again. The episodes I've watched, they like to talk about things that the human mind can't really comprehend properly, and it's like the scale of things, really,
like
that I'm talking about here. Yeah, like exponentials. Yeah. Like you say, a pond. There's algae on a pond, and it doubles every day. It starts off like covering like 1 square meter of the water, and it's like a 200 meter squared pond. It takes like 15 days. This math is not going to be correct. It takes 15 days to cover half of the lake, how much time does it take to cover the whole lake? And the answer is, it doubles every day, so it takes 16 days. It only takes one more day, but a lot of people will say like, it takes 30 days. And it's like, the human mind really can't comprehend like big things, exponential growth, just anything beyond a certain point that we just don't fully grasp. And I think 300 is a huge number that we sort of underestimate a little bit.
There was this old story that's kind of similar to that, actually. I don't know if it was... I can't remember exactly the details. I don't know if it was Japan or China, for example. I'm pretty sure it was Japan. But there was this guy, and he was... I think he was a very famous... maybe mathematician, maybe warrior. I don't know exactly what he did. But whatever he did, he brought like a really great...
Sorry. Mathematician, maybe warrior.
I don't know what he did, but he did something that was really beneficial to the country, right? He made a really big change, and whatever it was. And but he was point is, he's a clever guy. And the emperor decides that he wants to repay this man. The emperor in Japan, I don't know if you know, he doesn't ever really show his face to a lot of people, except like specific people. But he actually like sees this guy, and he comes over and he says, "I will give you whatever you want in my kingdom." And what then happens, right, is this guy, he says that he wants a grain of rice every day for I think it's a month, but every day you have to double the amount of rice you give him, right? And it starts as a grain of rice. And some statistic, like I think about 20 days in, I'm probably well off on this, but I think about 20 days in, like the emperor's at first like, yes, that is fine, that's a very, very humble, modest gift. For such a great man, are you sure you don't want more? And he's like, no, I want this. And then I think like 20 days in, the emperor owes him more rice than the entire country of Japan has. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it reaches 1 million. Specifically, should I read out the number? It's 1,048,576 grains of rice
in 20 days.
Yeah, in 20 days. Yeah, it reaches 30 million in 25 days, and oh my god, yeah, it's by day 30, it's a billion. It's over a billion.
That man
has
rice for life. He's stacked on rice. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's an insane request from that guy.
I don't actually know if it's a true story. Even if it's a true story, I think it might be like a fable or like an ancient. What's it called when there's a story with a lesson? Like when Jesus kept telling his.
Parable.
Is that the word? Yeah, I think parable. Yeah, I'll go with that. Parable.
Well, I mean, a suitable word is fable. Fable is a suitable word because Animal Farm, for example, is a beast fable.
The parable of Animal Farm.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Parable Farm.
Oh, that's interesting. No, that's not interesting at all. I don't know why I said that.
Yes, it's very much not.
Anyway, yeah, it definitely sounds like a kind of that story sounds like it has like a moral to it, but to a point where it doesn't sound realistic. But then again, maybe if this person was a mathematician, then it could be realistic because. Yeah, a mathematician would understand that that's a huge ask. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, but I have heard that story before. But sorry, we were talking about how the human mind cannot comprehend large numbers, and it doesn't. We don't really. The problem is there's no.
We didn't need them, like we didn't need what evolutionarily. We didn't need to calculate the amount of grains of sand on a beach. We just needed to get like handful of sand. We didn't need to count like billion sand. Like we just
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a nice evolutionary biological approach, Robert. And is that the approach you like to take in psychology?
Pretty much, yeah. For most things, most like fundamental things, more like cognitive things. Like no, it actually applies to social stuff too. I guess just a lot of psychology. I kind of contextualize it like that. Not all of it though, but like, a lot of it kind of makes sense when you think about stuff like that, or it doesn't at first. But there's a way in which it kind of makes sense.
What's the type of psychology that Freud did? It's like psychodynamic or something.
He did do the psychodynamic approach. That's right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they should have called it the psychedelic approach, or just the psycho approach.
Psycho approach. No, that's great. No, and it's I was talking with some friends about this the other day. It's mad how well known Freud is, considering within the psychology community he's like hated, but then everyone outside of the psychological community thinks he's great. He's a god. He's the best psychologist there's ever been.
Freud is kind of an interesting guy. I actually saw a paper earlier just on my Chromebook about some of the most famous psychologists, and it had on there a bunch of the papers that they'd done and how many they cited. And the guy who came second, he had I think about 30 papers, and they'd been cited about I think it was 80,000, 90,000 times, which is quite a lot. But then, no, I think it was more like 60. I'm not sure. 60,000. But then at the top is just Freud, and he wrote, I think it was 89 papers, and it just blows all of the others just off the charts. With I think about 200,000 times cited and stuff. He did do a lot. I mean, a lot of it is just BS. Like the Oedipus complex, if you've ever learned about that, is just I'm not allowed to say that word, but Freud he did come up with some some good things. Like I think the ego, the id, and the superego is quite a nice idea. I was going to bring that up. Theory, yeah. But I think the best thing that he brought to psychology, I don't even know if it was him, but I'm fairly certain that it was Freud who came up with the subconscious, which is just such a crucial theme. That
is a huge thing to come up with.
Yeah, that is psychology owes him big time, if that's true. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure he came up with this unconscious. The issue with his approach, though, was it was a lot more sexualized than how human nature actually works. So the unconscious was kind of, in a way, just a way to link it back to sex, because he's like, oh, in the back of your mind, you've got a sexual desire to do this, so that's why you do this. And it just links it back to that, like it's the only reward system we have, which it obviously isn't. And that's why he's got a lot of his criticism, because he's so famous, mainly because he made everything about sex. But the unconscious was overall a really good idea, even if some of the principles originally were a bit messed up with freaky Freud. But he's a mixed bag, I guess.
I'm like the over sexualization is bad, but I mean it kind of makes sense because it's evolution, isn't it? Like because sex is reproduction. So like it is like the main kind of thing that all living beings are rewarded for, because it's the only thing that keeps them alive.
There is a logic to it in that way. But
I think there are some, most of the claims that he makes are completely outrageous and not really to do with that at all, really.
I think what he didn't realize is socialize. Is that the right word? Socialization. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. Socialization is a more common drive. What I mean by that is, like, if you think like evolutionarily, like we are, you would, like, a woman is pregnant for like 9 months, so you're not going to be really worrying about it constantly, really. What humans used to do is we had a fight or flight response to fight off when there were like predators in the area, but for a lot of the time, it was relatively peaceful. There wasn't much going on, so the only real need was to stay within the social group, which is why it's a lot of our evolution is fundamentally social, for getting along with others, and pragmatic for like being more rational. But since socialization is such a like one that's high up on there, like one of the main things that make humans different to all other kinds of brains is that our emotional intelligence centers in the brain are way bigger than the others. Like it's kind of crazy how much more developed, and that's the main advantage that we have over like primates and that sort of thing,
Yeah. No, that yeah. I just think it would make sense to make like logical sort of conclusions and hypotheses based off of like like sexual motivation, but I think Freud just kind of was pulling some stuff out of his ass. Really.
That is a great way of putting it. Yeah, he was.
But like he made stuff sexual that just really obviously was nothing to do with sexuality at all.
Like raising a child is obviously about protection. Like that's there's not, and then
like the
child's feelings is about like I guess developing themselves. I don't know. I mean, like they don't really need to have that strong a need because they're kind of just potato baby. They don't really do much, but yeah.
And like a child likes being fed because the hunger's being taken away from them. It's not because they have some sort of edible complex. Like, they're not going to grow up and be hugely messed up because they were fed by their parents.
I like oh no, the carbs. Oh yeah, I think that the reason that having that greater like social capacity is what made us like better than the other animals is probably that I guess that gave us ambitions in a way, because we would want to be like helping society in a better way, which I don't think other animals have. I think they act a lot more out of habit, survival, dependency, that sort of thing. But yeah, I guess that was just the last thing I had kind of stuck in my mind. Wait, by the way, who's what? I've just noticed you've got a picture of a guy behind Mr. McPuppet. I can't see who is that guy.
Oh, that is. One second.
I still don't know who that is.
I don't know if you can read it, but it's a poster for the Fast and Furious films.
For one of you, I can read it now. Yeah. Oh, you've got the Scribble dictionary.
Yeah, no, I was looking for a specific word, but I don't know if it's going to be in here.
Word of the episode. What has this episode really been about? Because I guess it's kind of half about skits and half about psychology, I think.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to call it something like humans are funny creatures.
Oh, that's good, because it links them both together, comedians and yeah.
Anyway, Robert, I think we pretty much agree on our views on Freud and his insane beliefs. And that brings us to the end of today's podcast. But before we go, we have one final segment, and that's going to be the word of the episode. Robert, for once, let's we're going to give you a chance. Tell us the word of the episode, Robert.
The word is, Sam, drumroll please. Schadenfreude.
Oh, Schadenfreude. Oh, it's on my screen. It's on my screen. Oh no. Oh, it's in the way. It's in the way. Oh no. Anyway, Schadenfreude is deriving humor from someone else's misery, I believe. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Wait, Robert. I'm malicious because I'm miserable.
That doesn't.
Robert laughed at that. Therefore, he was deriving humor from my misery. Therefore, Schadenfreude. Talkology at its finest.
Isn't it more like I'm malicious because it's funny? I don't see the miserable.
No, it's funny because you're miserable. Is Schadenfreude, I think. I hope.
I'm malicious, so you're miserable.
Robert, if we can't grasp the word of the episode, who can? We're supposed to be talkologists. We're supposed to be experts, not. Oh my God, what was the word of the episode? Ultra-crepidarians. We can't be ultra-crepidarians. People who talk about things, and claim things without experience, Robert. We can't.
Then again, I guess being critics kind of makes us seem more like experts, but I don't know. I mean, arguably.
No, that was just our opinions. And ultimately, everything that is said on the Talkology podcast is misinformation and should not be relied upon or shared. Robert Marsden is responsible for 67% of all police brutality. This isn't even a bit, it's just a statement I've been saying. Okay. Well, it's been a fun episode. Not a particularly serious one with like a topic or anything, but hopefully it turns out good. We might put a comedy sketch in this video, so if you enjoyed that, please let us know in the comments. And we'll see you soon. Subscribe.